Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha with Ice Cream Fitness. It is time for the Monday Q&A. But hold on, let me give you guys a bicep shot first. Alright, and let's get right into these questions. First question. What would make you change your stance on linear periodization for advanced lifters? I don't necessarily have a problem with linear periodization for advanced lifters. I don't think bodybuilders necessarily need it. I think most advanced bodybuilders do a bit better with nonlinear periodization or undulating rep systems rather than doing linear. Now for strength athletes, I think it can have its place, and particularly strength athletes who do not specifically perform lifts at their meets, like strongmen or American football players or rugby players, athletes like this who need a lot of size and strength. I don't really have a problem with them using linear periodization, and I think a strong case can be made for those type of athletes using linear periodization. And to some extent powerlifters, and I might myself go back to tinkering with it a little bit coming up here in the near future, just to see how I get on with it for a while, rather than all of this non-linear stuff I've been doing. Alright, next question. If you use some sort of drug for cutting and then stop using it at a certain body fat percentage and eat only at maintenance, would you keep that body fat percentage? If you are at your true maintenance, then yes. But some drugs will slow down your metabolism. So if you're on something like T3, which is a synthetic thyroid hormone which can suppress your thyroid, your metabolic rate is going to be quite a bit lower, so your maintenance is going to be lower. And it's the same with a lot of these, is that they raise your maintenance. Even clenbuterol and other drugs raise your maintenance calories. So in that situation, you would have to lower your intake afterwards. And if you're at true maintenance and you're not gaining any weight, then no, you're not going to gain fat. You don't gain body fat at caloric maintenance unless you are losing muscle for some reason and therefore gaining fat while maintaining body weight. So it's pretty straightforward, but just keep in mind some fat burning drugs can slow your metabolic rate, and what your maintenance was when you were on the drug isn't going to be the same. So if you were using a large amount of fat burning drugs and you go back up to what your maintenance should have been based upon the rate you were losing weight on those drugs, then yeah, you will start gaining fat. So it's an issue of, are you truly at your current maintenance or not? Alright, last question in part one. Your opinion on Cali Muscle doing gay porn. Yeah, I've seen all of this stuff, the Chuck Basher stuff. The thing is with it, I don't really have thoughts on it. It's not shocking to me. I've been in this industry for a long time, and I simply realized that gay porn and gay for pay and gay prostitution has been a part of serious hardcore bodybuilding for decades. So it's nothing new there. I honestly believe that a good percentage of the IFBB pros have had to do this sort of thing just to afford their drugs or the lifestyles that they want, because it's very expensive to be an IFBB pro. A lot of you would be shocked at what the drug bill looks like. It's not the little small amount that power lifters and maybe the college football players and things that you guys know use. Those are very, very, very inexpensive. When you start going to IFBB, you go from where some of those guys might use $1,000 or $2,000 a year worth of drugs. Some of your IFBB guys are using $40,000 or $50,000 or more dollars worth of drugs every year. So it gets very expensive. It's simply part of the industry. I don't really have an opinion on it because of that. It's just something I'm used to seeing in the industry. It's just not a big deal to me, so it's not really much else to say. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say in part one. I'm going to get some better lighting in here for part two, so I will talk to you guys next time.